Welcome to the free short course on how to have better prompting in AI. I also have a downloadable companion PDF in case you want to skim this, because I know not everybody likes to watch videos. So I'll try and be short, but also high impact with your time. So I appreciate you giving me your attention. AI is a new technology. So similar to when you learn Word or Excel or PowerPoint, you have to learn it. However, instead of having to learn formatting or formulas, you learn to communicate with AI. AI is a communication skill. And so people who are really good at communication will actually be more successful with AI and will probably have better results from AI because they know how to talk to it. And the better that you know how to communicate what you need, the better results you can get using AI. So that's the very first thing you need to know about AI, is it's a communication skill. And so I've broken down a framework that I use to help me communicate with AI and help it understand my world. So the second thing we need to know is that AI is extremely smart, like book smart. It knows books, it knows Wikipedia, it knows YouTube, but it has not worked or lived in your world. So it needs to be taught. What is your world? What is important to you? What is the context of the world that you work in? And by knowing these things about you, it can give you a result that's more helpful to you and to what you do, right? So one, it's a communication thing, and two, it is smart, but it needs to understand who you are. So my framework that I'm going to show you, I call it G2, which is 4 letters, stands for Jabatan, Instruksi, Tujuan, and Orayan, and that will help you think through prompts as you are working or starting with ChatGPT. J is for Jabatan, or role in English. Jabatan is AI is who. And if you tell AI that it's a finance manager, then give it a marketing question, it will actually make it worse. But if you tell it as a finance manager and give it a finance question, the accuracy improves. And we've seen the studies show this as well. If the role is conducive or correct with the question, the task that you give it, you get a better answer. If it's not connected, then you can get a worse answer. So give it a role, but you don't just want to give it a role. You want to give it a role that it's good at. So you have to tell it that it's excellent as a finance manager, and maybe even what it's specifically excellent at. Like you're really good at reading profit and loss statements or quarterly reports to find hidden information. Like that's what you tell it it's really good at these things. And one other thing you tell it at, you say, this is critical for my job, or it's really important, your reputation is very important to you, and so you think really hard before giving an answer, right? So you told it who it is, what it's good at, and what its character is, basically. Like why is it, like what is its identity? You're giving an identity, something to live up to. So by giving this AI identity, you increase its likelihood of giving you a result that is in line with what you need. That is Jabatan. E is for instruksi, I is for instruction in English. Everybody gives ChatGPT instructions. So you already know what that is. Like you're telling it, make a blog post or make a report, search this information. We all know what instructions are. However, we have to remember that AI is a new intern that has read all the books ever, seen all the YouTube videos, but has never worked in our context and does not know our day-to-day life. So it has the brain smart, but not or maybe the book smart, but not the street smart. So you're helping it have street smart. And you do that by giving it specific instructions. So not just instructions, but specific instructions. So what could that be? For a blog post, it might be, we want the first sentence to have a hook. We want it to get people to keep reading. We want to have clear sentences with 3rd grade reading level so that anybody can understand it. We want to have a clear call to action at the bottom so that people know what to do next. Maybe it's call us or sign up for our newsletter, whatever it might be. So you want it to give it these specific instructions so that it knows what to do, because there's a lot of blog posts out there that it's read, and not all of them are good. Not all of them are what you need. So remember, specific instructions are going to get you better output from AI. T is for tujuan, or goal in English. Now, if you give the AI goal, a reason why you need this, It'll help you get a better result. Now, I don't always use this one, but maybe for like a blog post, it gives it additional information about what you need. So the goal could be something like to attract families to your company or attract a certain type of persona or certain type of audience. The goal could be something like helping first-time people to sign up, or it could be about second or third-time customers to buy something, or whatever it could be. So by adding this goal, you can help direct the AI to get a better result according to what you need. So that's Tujuan. If you give it a goal, then it's going to give you results that are more in line with that goal. U is for Urayan, which is like additional information in English. And Urayan composes two things. First, context. Second, examples. Now, context is as simple as it sounds. You need to tell ChatGPT or AI the context that you're working in. What company you're working for, what challenges are you facing, what general things do you do on a day-to-day basis. It is pretty broad, but if it's for a specific task, maybe it's talking about what specific things have worked well in the past, what specific things haven't worked well in the past, or any number of context information you can give. I, quick tip, love to use voice recording for this. So whenever I'm using my phone, I'll just talk off the top of my head, like this is what's going on, and even this person said this, and this person said this, and here's what happened in this meeting, here's kind of the context about all of this, and just send that to ChatGPT, and that kind of gives it a lot more information to work with, which a lot of times helps you to solve a problem. Now, if you're writing blog posts, of course, you're not talking about company drama, but if you're working with sending an email, or trying not to cause a problem in an email, then maybe this could help. It could help you say something effectively. And the next one that is part of Urayan is examples. Now, examples is where like you come across this situation before. So maybe it's like angry customer email. And so maybe you have an example of this is an angry customer email, and here's how we replied to it. Here's a good example of how we replied to it. And maybe 3 or 4 or 5 of those examples will help the AI to understand how you generally communicate to your customers. So by giving it an example of how you reply, it can copy that format. And then when there's a new type of complaint coming in, it can respond to it effectively. Now, if you're ever working with customers and you could potentially say something bad, I would not send it without looking at it. So just as a warning, don't just randomly send AI stuff to customers that are angry. They might get more angry. But it can help you to draft a response faster in this particular case. But U is for context, which you should give a lot of, because that gives AI more information about you. And then E is for context and examples, which is what has worked in the past. So all of those things together should give you a much better result from your prompts. Thanks for joining the short course. Remember that you have to give AI a clear role with character, who it is. Then you also have to give AI clear instructions, like it's an intern that knows a lot but doesn't know you, a nice goal, and then context and examples in Urayan. Now, I want you to try this, and if you find that it's really helpful for your work, I have left my email below. You can email me. I respond to all of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what works and doesn't work for you. And if you or your company wants any help to implement this, either better prompts or to take AI further, because we can go a lot further with AI to help you save time and maybe even make more money,